I cannot feed you anymore. You should just find a guy that you need to marry. Make sure that he has the money.
And the parents would mention that, oh, you can marry a foreigner in order for you have to have a better future.
I don't care if they're old, just find someone that has the financial stability. Regrets would not be in the very beginning of your path.
Welcome to our YouTube channel.
My name is Asmi.
It's me, Roger.
And welcome to Roger&Ismi Vlogs. So today's subject, unbelievable situation for young Filipinas.
Before we start, again, salamat sa inyong pagigugma at pagsuporta sa among channel.
Thank you so much for your love and support, guys. And if you're new to this channel, don't forget to click like, share, and subscribe. And hit the notification bell for new uploads or new videos. So, one of our subscribers made a comment about this topic, and it's really interesting to talk about.
Yeah.
So his comment goes like this, from Easy Fun for You 22. Salamat R&I. Can you address the issue of the minor wife? I have seen it in a drama. Is it real?
Yes, indeed. And it's very real in the Philippines and common for a young wife or a young Filipina to become a wife.
Yes. Even though that they're not in the legal age,
So
they
they're-
would experience that.
Yeah, and they're living together with their partner at an early age.
Yes.
And what are those reasons behind it? So we will talk about that for you to understand what are those reasons why they jump into an early stage where they become a wife.
Yes. So first and foremost, it's the status, guys. So once they are experiencing difficulties in life, they don't have any food on the table, they cannot even afford to eat thrice a day. So people would think that, oh, I should just marry, or I just find a partner that can support me because my parents cannot support me at all.
That's
And
right.
there are issues also that the kid cannot go to school anymore because they don't have money to fund the kid.
That's one of the reasons also why they jump into an early stage of being a wife. It's because of their status in life. So they cannot fulfill their dreams
Yes.
because their parents can support them to send to school. And instead of, working, they will find something that, okay, maybe I need to get married and find someone who has the money for him to support my future, my needs.
Yes, there are kids like that, and they would get discouraged because their family or their parents would directly say to them that I cannot feed you anymore. Like
Yes.
they would directly say that, oh, we don't have money. How would we survive? It's like that. So in their face, they would feel discouraged because that's already their parents telling them that they don't have the money to feed.
Yeah, that's correct. And that's the result of a young Filipinas also wants to work being nanny or a household keeper because that's the only job that they can easily work
Yes.
and get paid, even if a small amount of money, to just get away from their status in life.
Yes, just to earn and just to survive. That's
Yeah.
just it. And speaking of parents, other reason behind that is the influence of their parents. So it gives a big role. Since you are still a minor, like most of minor is depending on the decision of the parent.
Yeah,
Like
true.
you are really relying on your parent. You're very dependent, very vulnerable to a lot of things. So when the parents would just say, oh, you should just find a guy that you need to marry, make sure that he has the money.
Yeah. And the parents would mention that, oh, you can marry a foreigner in order for you have to have a better future.
Yes, as an early age of like 15, 14, 16, like there are parents, not all parents are like that, but there are parents that would just say to their kids like you should just find a husband that can give you the money. You just need to find someone that gives you a brighter future. I don't care if they're old, just find someone that has the financial stability.
Yes, that's true, guys, and that's the reality, and it's happening because we know a lot of our friends or young Filipinas that are like dating at an early age, at 17, and then when they become 18 or at legal age, they get married.
Right away.
Yeah, because that's the case, or that's the a situation of young Filipinas who are like being influenced, and also because of their status in life. And let's say, for example, their parents are like eager for her to like get out from that situation.
Yes, they are eager for them to also have like savings too. Because once a kid or once your children would go out, have their own lives, so you would have that savings already for one kid. So what if all of your kids would get married? So you're back to being single again. Like you're just being responsible by yourself.
Yeah, so you
Which
don't
is
have any responsibility at all.
anymore. Yeah, which is being selfish.
Yeah.
So there are parents like that. They always rush things out for their kids. So you should just get married and done with it, so that I would not have any responsibility at all.
Correct. And now, lastly, is environment. Environment, because can play a big role in this situation. Let's say, for example, slums area.
Yes.
So, slums area, there are lots of temptations.
Yes, especially if your kid is having peers that is also doing it, like they are also living with a young minor age partner, and she would think that it's okay, it's just common. My friends are like that too. So she would think that, oh, I can do that too because my friends are also doing it. So for a kid to be staying in that environment, they would easily adapt to it.
Yeah, that's true. And now, when you come to the Philippines and you will try to visit slums area, you can see a lot of young wife.
Yes, young wife carrying their kids like very young. You can really see that, oh, I think she's still a minor, like most of them. And it's not a shock to us that their situation is like this because of their status in life. That's why they just went to an early age of being a wife, because their parents didn't guide them. So it's not surprising because it's really common for those kids that went to the wrong path.
Yeah, that's true, guys. Not just slums area, and also in the province or in the mountains. As you can see, in the province or in the mountains, there are lots of young wife or young parent, right?
Yes.
So, like for example, when we went to the mountains, giving those goodies and school supplies, we noticed that mothers are young,
Yes.
right?
Very young. I was like thinking to myself that, oh, they already have kids at that age. I was shocked because in my environment, most of my cousins are still schooling at that age. And most of us get married at the age of 26, 27, even older. So I was thinking to myself, like, it's really different here.
That is why I can say that environment has a big impact to the young wives, like in the province. So parents cannot afford them to send to school, so
Yes.
they don't have any choice than to just work there in the farm or helping out their parents. And in a way that they're mature in terms of household chores, but in other thing that they still need guidance from their parents.
Yes, they're still immature in decision making, guys. They think that marrying or having a live in partner can resolve their issue of being poor. Like it can change their status. So having a partner gives them the, like, they can get away from their status in their parents' house. But it's just the same scenario. It depends on how you choose a partner.
That's right. Sooner or later, she can figure it out that the situation's still the same.
Yes. So there are lucky young wives out there that they choose a good partner, but most would have just the same situation. They would just go from square one, but more difficult because they would have kids already, they have responsibilities already, and they are not thinking that way. They just think that having a partner can just resolve everything. That's it. But they're not looking at the next future, that they would have kids and that would be bigger responsibilities for them. And there's still kids in mind.
Yeah, that's right. You still need guidance. And as you can notice here in the Philippines, guys, mostly single moms are those has difficulties in life or their status is difficult.
Yes. So they have financial problems most of the time. They cannot be independent. They would ask help from others because they don't know how to deal with it.
Yeah,
Like
that's
most
true.
most of them. So there are also kids nowadays that their parents are in the average status in life. They are guided, they are leaded to the right path, but their decision is the wrong way because of peers. Because of
Yes.
peers and because of the environment that they're growing.
Exactly.
So even though that the parents didn't lack anything, even though that they are okay with finances, but it's the kids' decision. Once they would choose the wrong way, there's no turning back.
Yeah. So there will be a lot of like regrets in life. So they will realize that their decision is wrong when they encounter problems.
That's true. And we have a saying here, nasa huli ang pagsisisi.
Yes.
At the end, you have regrets. So regrets would not be in the very beginning of your path. It will be in the end. That's why we have knowledge for it.
Yeah. Lesson learned, experience, but again, you have to make the right decision.
Yes. So for all of you young ones there, make sure that you would really know what will be the conclusion of everything that you would decide.
Yes, and most importantly is you have to ask guidance and advice from your parents because they're the one who can help with everything.
Yes. So thank you so much, guys, for watching till the end, and we hope to see you in our next vlog. No hate,
Just love.
love. Bye.